This burger replaces tomato with grilled watermelon, and somehow it's one of the best burgers I've ever made. It comes from the Bob's Burgers cookbook, and the first time I saw the recipe, I thought there was no way it could work. But after making it once, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Today, we're firing up the charcoal grill and finding out if it's really that good, or if I just remembered it wrong. Hey everyone, welcome back to Smokestack Joe's. Today I'm making one of the weirdest burgers I've ever tried. It's called the Summer Thyme Burger, and it comes from the Bob's Burger Cookbook. If you've never seen the show like me, it's about a guy who owns a burger restaurant, and every episode features a special burger. Well, someone took those special burgers and made an actual cookbook out of it. This one caught my attention because instead of tomato, it uses a grilled watermelon. Now, I've made this recipe a while ago, and I remember it shocked me how good it was. But it's been long enough that I'm wondering if it actually was that good, or if my memory is just playing tricks on me. Let's find out. So we're gonna need a nice circle cut out of this watermelon, and a large cookie ring mold is going to work perfect. So we're gonna take that, stick it right in the center of the watermelon to get a nice juicy piece, and just press it down. And there is our nicely sliced watermelon. The recipe says a 1/2 inch. I like to go a little thicker because the watermelon is fantastic on the burger. So now what they want you to do is salt both sides of this watermelon. And we're gonna let it sit for about 15 minutes to draw out that moisture, so when we grill it, it actually grills and doesn't steam. So now the burger itself is pretty unique. Fresh rosemary, fresh thyme, and a heaping amount of feta cheese. Then we're gonna give it a mix, and that feta cheese is salty enough we won't have to add any salt to this mixture. You wanna use 80-20 ground beef. This is probably 60-40 because I'm using the ground beef I made myself from my brisket trim. It's very fatty, but it is super delicious ground meat. Now, a great tip on making burgers is these ring molds. You saw me use one for the watermelon. You can get a cookie cutter set. It'll come with different size molds, and the bigger molds are perfect for a burger. You can pack in the meat and make a perfect size burger every time instead of trying to use your hands to make a patty. So we're gonna go in and make a nice large patty, and you can really press it down and compress it. And there is our perfectly made burger. Nice and thick. This is gonna be absolutely delicious. Now I am going to season the top with a little black pepper, as well as the bottom. All right, so after 15 minutes, you can see all the moisture that we pulled out of this watermelon on this plate. So we're just gonna go ahead, pat this dry. And now it's time for the fun part. I'm cooking over charcoal today because I think that smokiness is gonna add tremendous flavor to the watermelon and that rosemary and thyme in the burger. So this is the part I've been looking forward to. Look at the caramelization we're getting on that watermelon. Beautiful char on the burger. The rosemary and thyme smells amazing coming off this burger. Toast our buns. Everything about this burger says it shouldn't work, but honestly, this looks incredible. Okay, that's exactly how I remembered it. The watermelon doesn't really taste like watermelon anymore. Once it's grilled, it becomes sweet, juicy, and fresh, almost filling that same role that a tomato does. The rosemary and thyme are subtle, but with that feta mixed in and the charcoal flavor, everything just blends together perfectly. I give this burger a solid 9 out of 10. This thing is delicious. Now, if you're planning to fire up the grill this weekend, a great burger like this deserves a great side. That's why I put together a free barbecue sides recipe ebook. It's got some of my favorite side dishes to pair with a delicious meal like this. You can grab it for free using the link down in the description and in the comments. It'll send you straight to the page where you can get your free recipe ebook. Now, there's a lot more burgers in this cookbook, and if this video gets a good response, I'd love to try some more. I've already spotted a few that look even crazier than this one, so let me know which one you'd like me to try next.